After saving Absalom from a threat by the Whispering Tyrant and their servants festering within the grisly fair, our heroes took the fight to the Gravelands. Although they achieved victory over one of the tyrant's most powerful servants, it came at a dreadful cost, and they went their separate ways. A year has passed since then, and our heroes find themselves drawn together once again. Mysterious arrow cards have appeared in their possession, and the cards seem drawn to one another, pulling them back to the city of Absalom. The cards want to be whole once more, but their presence and their power is not unknown to everyone. As various groups mobilize to take them for their own, our heroes will find themselves drawn to a conflict, not just with these forces, but for the fate of Golarion itself. The cards have been dealt. Welcome to Stolen Fates. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents Stolen Fate!
Hey gang, join our Discord and you too can solve most of the world's problems before you start a TTRPG.
It's very fun. I solved all of the world's problems. The solution is simply stop making the world so hot. So make it cooler.
Last week it was gender that we solved. This time it was... I'm going to go ahead and just call it political unrest. How about that?
We'll leave it at that, shall we?
Yeah,
shall we?
That's correct.
So this is what I have to put up with. But yeah, no, you too can join the Discord. I'm not sure how that will help you at all.
At this point next week, we're going to beat J.K. Rowling to death with hammers.
Honestly, that would be a really fun stream activity. I would love to do that.
Just like a team building exercise?
Yeah, girls' night.
Yeah, you just put them in a sack, and that way no one's sure who gets the best hammer blow. It's a perfect system.
Legally speaking, this is all a joke.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even in the UK, so... And,
besides, the mold's gonna kill her long before it.
Or are we?
Yeah.
So
there's always
everyone.
a shark behind you, J.K. Rowling. Always.
Always.
Glass shark.
Glass shark, really?
Yeah. Glass shark behind you.
See, I will take this opportunity to say that although I don't tend to dip into politics that much, like I don't have the politics tag or anything like that, we are very much left-leaning here around about this place. So if you're not chill with that, like, you're in the wrong place. Like, go hit up Facebook or something, yeah? Just putting that out.
I'm actually a militarization apologist, and I lick the boots of Lockheed Martin, so...
Because you're a dirty American.
Look,
hell yeah.
So anyway, how are you, Matt?
Oh, I'm fine.
You enjoying streaming?
Oh, I enjoy streaming ever so much.
Wonderful.
You get to meet cool new people. You get to find out interesting facts about them. You get to consider whether you ever invite them back to the table or not.
Oh, come on. You can't ban me.
You're not left, you Karaga. You know what? I can't argue with that.
This is Patrick.
And look, honestly, that is a completely fine stance for you to take. If you just look me down in the eye and go, look, man, I have too much personal shit going on. I can't figure out all the rest of this stuff. I'm chill with that. Truly. With everything that's going on in this world. Ooh.
had an entire education about politics and economics. I have many opinions.
Yes. Which is understandable. However...
Classically trained, as it were.
I'm just wildly opinionated out here in the wild, so, like, whatever, man.
Yeah, imagine us here in Australia having opinions about other countries.
I have opinions about everything.
Right?
Ask me anything, I'll opinionize on it.
Listen, sometimes I really wish that I was in one of the countries that, like, got to listen and hear the canary in the coal mine stop singing, as opposed to being the canary that stopped singing.
We thank you for your service.
What can I say? What can I say?
But we are going to be shoveling more canaries. Anyway.
Do we know if Whisper's actually showing up tonight?
Probably not, dog. I did see
there was a post earlier about it, but I'm not 100% sure.
What does Blue Sky have that's not tweets?
Look, they officially call them skeets.
Skeets?
No, no one likes that.
Doug.
Well,
blues. I think they should blues.
Just blue all over the place. Just getting worse and worse. I'm so sorry. Oh, we got a robot.
Just me or no. Okay, that's not just me. Good.
Good. So Illustrana is actually an automaton. Good to know.
I'm not sure. Was there a message about it? I don't know.
They mentioned in a skeet that they didn't sleep well. So.
Okay, that's fine. I'll look.
How are things?
I'm a little bit stressed. I've got all the paperwork for the business stuff in.
Hell yeah.
So I've got to wait for them to be like yes or no. And then I'm probably gonna get dragged in for a meeting or something. Ooh, still robot.
Yeah, oh no, she's responding to something.
Beep boop beep boop.
Beep boop? Okay. Alright, I have sent Whisper a message. And we shall see how that goes. But I've got all the paperwork in, so we'll see how that goes. Go
great.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
You're gonna do great things with your business that's a business.
In the highly lucrative industry of tabletop role-playing game publishing.
The highly lucrative business of business.
Business.
Numbers.
Otherwise, there's more Friendshaped on the way.
Hooray.
Even if I have to do the script for it from scratch. Look, I mentioned this to Nick yesterday. I have the Ocado one all done and ready. I just never recorded it.
No, you were telling me that yesterday.
I was telling you that? Okay, I forget sometimes.
we are as one.
This is after Nick left.
And yeah, so the Hound of Tindalus won the one, so I'm gonna have to do up a script for that this week, but that's fine. Oh, Juliet's restarting her PC. Easy done. That's fine.
Best of luck.
Otherwise, I'm actually doing pretty well. Had a bit of a rocky end to the week, but things are getting better now. Did really well on Hollow Knight last night.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Pretty solid. What was it? Third, fourth try to beat Nosk?
I think it was a bit more than that.
Fourth
I think it may have been your fifth or sixth.
I want to say fifth, but I'm not sure. So
We
you're
can
an
check the
entrepreneur
VOD.
now? Technically speaking, that's yeah. I am what is known as a soul trader. And that's SOLE, not SOUL.
They do have a bunch of ads with that on buses, like that exact pun.
Are you a soul trader?
Yeah, like it's about Soul Traders, SOLE, but it's got the Grim Reaper on there.
Oh god. I mean, if that was the business I would be in, it would be great. No. But no, thank you. We have... I will say that Black Powder Magic and Plot is in the process of going through something of a final edit pass. We're gonna miss shit. There's only like 2 or 3 of us working on it. But it's over 50 pages of content, so I'm expecting things to be missed, but we're doing it up as a digital document, so if there are any mistakes or anything like that, we'll be able to compile them and fix them up and push out new versions of it.
Errata, they call that.
Yes. And because we don't have to worry about publishing, like physical publishing or anything like that, we can push them out at a pretty steady pace. Or at least as they happen. Also, if you haven't looked at it yet, because I am particularly proud of what we did. The latest archetype is up on the Patreon. The Disc Rider archetype that allows you to ride around on a magical disc of force. Before level 8. And
at level 8, you can just do that.
Yeah. But you have to prepare it as like a rank spell, and it doesn't let you cast spells while you're in movement on your disc. And do kickflips. No. Like you have to stop and cast.
Yeah.
Whereas there's a feat in the Disc Rider archetype that allows you to cast while you move.
Ooh,
incredible.
Very fun.
So throwing fireballs while you're riding down a hill or something. I think that's all I really got in the way of announcements. How's everyone else's week been?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to my grandma's wedding tomorrow, so that's
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
Good
that's
on
an
grandma.
Interesting experience.
Yeah. They're getting married in the eyes of the Lord, but not the eyes of the court.
Huh?
Yeah. The eyes of the state don't get to look at the marriage, but the eyes of the Lord are. They're being married in.
I have so many questions, but I'm not sure if like.
I think the IRS also has so many questions.
You know.
They've always got questions.
What?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to think about it, but What?
Well, obviously, Grandma plays the numbers.
No, but like, why?
Some people.
What is its function?
Marriage?
I'd believe that if it was real.
You'd believe in marriage if it was real?
This one, yeah. They're not getting married, they're just having a fancy church ceremony.
Well, to some people, that's more legitimate.
Juliet, I'm coming over to fight your grandma.
You're fighting my grandma over the fact that she's getting married in the eyes of the Lord, but not the eyes of the state.
Yeah, like, I'll take it further if I have to. I'll fight God, I don't care.
Well, it's because they want to live in the same apartment for cost saving reasons, but that would be living in sin if they weren't married in the eyes of the Lord.
Oh, I get it.
Coming over with a bat.
So they're going to be roommates.
Some might say that, yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm tapping my nose.
They're going to be husband and wife in the eyes of the Lord.
Fucking ass thinking.
Hey, we do it in Australia. Like, there are people who are absolutely a couple, and they're just like, yeah, no, we're just not going to tell the government. More to the point, we're not going to tell Centrelink.
No, listen, shut up. Listen, that's fine. And yes, of course, there are people all over the world who do stupid things like this. It's the doing it in church, but not in for realsies land. That's where it's weird.
I mean, it's just like a commitment ceremony.
That is also weird.
Well, no, weird's not here.
Dumb kiss.
Oh.
You get in the bat too.
Look, I only get to make that joke once per session. I have expended it now.
Good.
But yeah, so that's fun and interesting.
That is immensely interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It was really embarrassing because I had full on planned to do a dinner date with my girlfriend, and she was like, wait, isn't your grandma's wedding tomorrow? And I was like, I forgot she was getting married. Let me ask my dad.
I mean, I hope it goes well.
I imagine. I mean,
Wait.
if it goes poorly, they're not married in the eyes of the state, so they don't have to pay for it.
If they have this whole,
did they have
aren't
to
they
pay for
doing
a
all this
celebration?
ceremony stuff? And specifically, aren't they trying to save money?
You don't have a wedding to save money.
Yeah. This.
I have so many questions.
We should move on. This is
Yes,
causing.
no.
This is causing brain issues.
This is going to have
need
another
a hemorrhage.
papal schism at this point.
So in tonight's session, we're going to be looking for the marriage card.
No.
No, we are, and we're keeping it away from Juliet's grandmother.
We're looking for the Queen Mother, mostly to wave it in Juliet's face, just because it's funny.
Wait till you meet the Queen Mother.
Is
She's
the
an
Queen
ant.
Mother just Juliet's? Oh, it's the Titanic ant. I forgot.
Yeah, she's a big ant.
So not a mother.
Wait,
She's
like
an
that
ant.
one that was all gross and Velstracky in the Velstrack thing? That was the Queen Mother?
Yeah.
Remember,
think so.
you're dealing with two different decks.
I know, but
That was the
The animal?
Velstrackified
Yes.
Queen Mother, I believe, yeah.
This one
gross.
is still an ant. But do we want to do character introductions?
No.
No?
We can.
I'm Martin Maxwell in chat. I play Bao Saying, the Agway champion of Sun Wukong.
Korga?
That's good. That's Korga. Korga's a dwarf. Korga sometimes casts spells and sometimes transforms.
And Illustrana?
Hi, I'm Juliet. I play Illustrana. She is an elf rogue who is also a cool bird knight. And Matt relentlessly likes to bully me when my character is trying to have a romantic hangout with her girl that she has romantic feelings for.
Is
But
this about
they
the
have
unicorn?
not DTR'd about.
Is this about the unicorn?
Yeah, this is about the unicorn.
Yeah, I can hear the laughter in your voice.
What? No, I take this extraordinarily seriously, and
So
I'm very
serious.
upset, Matt. It's sort of like my character dying, you know?
Look, I'll be real. As I thought of how I was going to run that encounter, I was just kind of like, is this going to be okay? Is this going to take a joke too far? But no.
And then you're like, oh, it's Juliet.
Juliet's chill. And
Yeah,
we
all
use
someone has
safety
to do is
rules.
sneeze in the wrong direction and Illustrana dies.
It's true.
Very true.
132 hit points.
One day you're going to make an absolute tank.
No.
Yeah.
Never. Juliet will never
I
do that.
think my next character is gonna be kind of tanky. My next character is gonna be quite tanky.
I don't know. You've got one critical weakness. Particularly around the ankle.
Anyway, hello, hi, the voice you're hearing is mine. I'm Obscura, and the lovely visage you see before you is my Elgic buddy Deaton. We're kind of in a share buddy situation, but you don't have to worry about it, because tonight we are running Stolen Fate. And at this rate, no one's getting married. I think it would be super weird considering the state of some people's relationship if they got married.
Wait, is there a marriage card?
Yes, there's actually a marriage card.
Just pick up the marriage card, fling it at her. Oh, we don't have it.
But let's switch over to the map.
Korgard's married, apparently.
What do you mean apparently?
Yeah, they asked for his hand in marriage.
Oh god.
God.
Oh, that was so good.
They're quick! Super quick! But
restoring hit points? Why would you need to do that?
today we will investigate who stole Fate. Well, not all of us consider the back of an auditorium and take pot shots of chain lightning.
They shouldn't have been within 30 foot of each other. That's their fault, not mine.
But no, who remembers what happened last week? God, I am so off kilter now. That's fine. This is fine.
We beat some people up.
You did.
Juliet got beaten up.
You rolled a 6?
Yeah, sorry, I was determining what my resistance was today.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I determine that randomly, so I just do 1d6 and then, yeah.
But
Why are you
yeah,
having to determine it?
you met some of the new Harrowkin. You met the traitor.
Oh yeah, and he was like, had a weird voice, and Nick was really upset about his voice.
Yeah, no comments from Nick.
Make a deal?
Would you like to make a deal? I can't use that voice too often because I feel like it's more Nick's thing, but the opportunity was there. I couldn't pass it up.
What happened?
This is not at all related to what happened last week. But have we heard anything at all from the plane of Axis about this assassin that we harbor in Harrowheart since they sent their last person and we were like, get the fuck out of here, you're annoying?
Well, here's the thing about diplomatic relations. When you cut off diplomatic relations, they stop.
No. No.
When you say to someone, hey, I don't want to see you anymore or talk to you, then they're like, okay.
They notably did not take a hint like the first 3 times we told them we didn't want to talk to them anymore and we thought they were stupid.
And would you look at how
I thought we were just gonna keep moving up the chain until like a god of law showed up.
Mine shows up and is like, all right. What are you doing?
What are you doing to this assassin? See, now I'm just imagining Abadar as having a hillbilly accent and I can't let it go. I did get an anti-hero point. Thank you for the reminder.
I done made civilization.
A villain point, whichever way you want to say it.
I feel like an anti-hero point is what Illustrana has whenever she deals with demons. And she has incredibly strong opinions about them.
Well, you're probably not going to be meeting too many demons from here on out.
They should add another demon called Tree Razor.
Wrong AP.
I'm so excited for that adventure.
No, but like...
I don't know if I'll ever play it, but I think it's a really cool adventure.
It's really cool.
RAIS. Tree Razor.
You're making a joke. Okay, I didn't get it.
I think that'd be hilarious because then it'd put the elves in a really awkward spot.
Could you imagine though? You live in a forest, like you're an elf and living in a mystical forest, and you just wake up, walk outside, and all the trees are just floating 10 feet off the ground.
You lift me up on wings like I'm an eagle.
Just 10 feet off the ground. Just like the rest of the forest is completely fine. Just all the trees 10 feet off the ground. Just like, okay, cool. Have the proteins been through here?
Goddamn enchanted forests can't have shit around here.
Now, the question I do have for players. You do have a couple of cards left to hunt down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go hunt the Queen Mother, because it's funny.
You want to find the Queen Mother?
Yeah, so that Juliet can give it to her mum. And then succeed her, all Arthur style.
Pretty sure that's not how it works.
Also, notably, Illustrana is not a legitimate heir to the throne of Keonan.
Yet.
Korgar sharpening the knives.
I mean, I don't think that currently the throne of Keonan has a legitimate heir. I think currently the throne is heirless, as it were.
Very perilous.
Unfortunately,
Although
I'm not too up on the politics of the whole thing.
I don't know. It might, the queen might have a sister or something, but
So in Matt's Golarion, my previous elf character was the cousin to the queen, so technically his older brother.
yeah.
Because we don't know all about the family.
Yeah, so that would be the throne of, or the line of succession.
It's fine. People don't need to succeed.
But I mean, she's relatively young for an elf, so, and it looks like she might get married within the next century. So,
it might happen.
Jungle elves.
There. It looks like she's got like the hots for one of the elves from the south.
One of them summon boys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're looking for the Queen Mother, according to the map, it is in. Well, she is in the Mwangi Expanse, deep
Makes sense.
within the jungle.
The mighty jungle.
No
With a
lions.
lion fleet tonight.
No lions.
I love lions.
Yeah, but I don't like people beating them up. Feels unfair.
Juliet is lying about this. Why? Are you upset that we're ganging up and you on your pride, Matt?
Gotta give you a C+ for that, because I was not expecting it.
He's just gonna leave a scar.
So, heading to the Mwangi Expanse.
Oh yeah.
Teleporting on in
fuel
here.
me, Matt.
I mean, we're talking about the Queen Mother, but all I can think is that long live the king, you know?
Which king?
The king with the power.
What
I was
power?
making a Lion King reference. That's what Scar says when he kills
Long
Mufasa.
live the king. His song was such an amazing song.
Apparently, they like completely removed it in the. They say it's a live action version, but none of it's live action. I call it a remaster. A remix.
Yeah, we'll go with
remix would probably be more appropriate.
Yeah.
In the remix, they apparently just like make his song, like they completely remove it. And I'm like, what are you doing adding like an extra 30 minutes of runtime and removing the best song in the show?
Yeah, look, I think if you just had Be Prepared on a loop for like 30 minutes, like make it a full 30-minute musical number, no one would have said a damn thing. But after teleporting to the Mwangi Expanse, you find yourself in what is a denser patch of the jungle. And as you make your way through, it comes out to a very wide clearing where a river softly flows between. Or flows through, I should say. And at the far end of it, you do in fact see what looks to be a outdoor court of some sort.
Hey, look, it's Juliet's unicorn.
I'm not loaded in yet.
Ba-doop.
Hell yeah. Who gave her those things?
Which things?
The tiny
crown.
glass, for one thing.
I mean, I think it's a normal-sized glass. I think she just has a big abdomen.
Yeah, no,
And-
she's big.
And opposable thumbs.
I ain't seeing no thumbs.
I can't
Just
zoom
have some
in.
kind of one of those legs curled around there.
How's she holding it then?
Leg curled
Like a
around.
tentacle.
Yeah.
This is not something ants would have made, is what I'm getting at.
You know the worst part for me? I keep thinking Earthworm Jim.
Oh yeah, with oh, what was her name? Queen Slug for a butt.
Yeah. Sorry, just having a flashback.
Give me a sec. I need to check what I can summon.
Earthworm Jim.
I've just had
is
an
mighty
idea.
fine. Earthworm Jim, a hero for all time.
We've got John Three Eyes over here.
We call him Triclops. Thank you very much.
I think you'll find that's Jane.
We call her
Oh,
Triclops.
sorry.
Thank you very much.
Well, we've seen the unicorn already. This one does not seem as animated as yours.
Out of curiosity, this whole unicorn situation, does it look like a guest or part of the feast?
Guest.
Okay.
Potential entertainment? I'm not sure. But it seems like the interaction of the two decks is causing certain things to kind of ripple outwards, and you're getting duplicates every now and again.
I'm just gonna have a little seat and
Yeah.
partake.
Start to partake of the food. Not gonna say anything first.
I'll wave.
As you approach, oh, you're doing the
Not a
robot
what
thing again.
Yeah,
Not a good goddamn
what Juliet said. Is there a summon beast spell?
See, my mind immediately went to summon Nature's Ally, but that's not it.
What's that one?
That's Pathfinder 1.
There's
think
sacred beasts.
I think there is a summon animal spell.
There
Summon
is-
animal, but not summon beast. Because they are different traits.
Yep.
And I think that is very important.
It is, because one's magical, one's natural, I guess.
One
Or
would
at least
allow
one's
me
magical, in that
to.
sense.
One would allow me to summon a royal basilisk.
I'm a
Hey,
bit worried about this obsession with the Royal Basilisk.
She's got a crown, Matt.
No, I get it.
Summon the basilisk. It just goes for the crown. Look, Double King's an excellent animation. It's also Australian, so
As you approach, one of the ant guardians. Let's actually pull this guy up.
Tottle.
That's not even in it.
Yeah. Stop lying to us.
It kind of steps forward and goes, "You'll stand in presence of the Queen Mother.
Oh,
Matt,
Bow in supplication."
I don't believe you.
What?
Is that an ant?
Technically, it's termite.
aw.
Those legs
that
do not
help?
read either of those things.
How is my voice coming through?
It is
Better.
coming through fine now. Me?
Through electronically, I believe.
Oh,
No, I
sound
don't think there are
fine.
any fleas here.
May I supplicate myself on this delightful luau cookout that you've got going on here? I'm not waiting for an answer.
Illustrana does a little bow.
Bows. Korgar.
Hang on, let me check my spells. Yep, here you go. Here's a bow. I summon a bow. There.
You summon the tree forth, and the termite goes, "Your offering of lunch is sufficient." And a couple of the termites come over and start snacking on your tree.
Roll your attack rolls.
If you want to get this down to a fight, we can.
Matt, it's got 10 HP and an AC of 10. You got to roll those attack rolls.
Really? All right. Let's do the attack roll on the CR-17 creatures.
I baited information out of him. I'm so good at this.
Yeah, I think they hit. Would you like me to roll damage as well?
Yes, because it's going to be very amusing if you roll minimum damage and it's just 9 damage.
Oh god, they have short swords.
What? Where?
Inside their gullet.
Who keeps giving these things our technology?
Is that
I don't know
doubled?
sometimes. No, that's not doubled.
Okay.
So your tree's gone as the termites
Killed
rip into
my
it.
tree.
We're at up to 3, but there's 4. Okay. So I don't get one? So unfair.
You've got one.
Cool.
Yeah, but now everyone has 2.
As it should be.
Eventually... Aw, thank you. Now all things are equal. Eventually, however, the Queen Mother will kind of take a sip from her drink. Quite a effort considering her mandibles.
Like eating an apple with braces.
But she does seem very practiced at this. So, what do the lords and ladies of Harrowheart wish with me?
Well, we come to seek your presence in Harrowheart.
But Harrowheart already has a ruler.
Well, we would give you sort of a sub-kingdom to rule.
A sub-kingdom?
Don't they call that a fiefdom?
Yeah, sort of like you would be sovereign within your lands, but your lands would have some amount of slight oversight from us.
But
Would be
I am
like a
already
cool-
queen here.
It could be a cool underground kingdom, like a Underheart.
Yes, well, you might be queen here for now. However, I would warn you that there's a nasty band of Hell Knights that seem to be hell bent, as it were, on collecting cards for themselves, and
Side-eye.
we cannot guarantee your safety unless you are willing to return to Harrowheart. Else these hooligans might come and torch your wonderful kingdom and put your subjects to the sword.
I already have subjects and my own army.
Have you ever fought a Hell Knight? Like, they're very, very persistent and good at utilizing the fact that they can have an army.
But this is my kingdom.
Well, yes, that's why I'm proposing you would have a new kingdom.
Point of order. Usually the Queen Mother is not actually the ruler of the kingdom.
Point of order.
Yeah.
She is correct.
The Queen Mother narrows her eyes at you. And
I've got like half a face of like food in my mouth.
you just
I just come sit down as well.
you just kind of get this feeling like bugs crawling up your back.
Scratch myself with my leg.
What's your tone? But I will get a diplomacy check from you, Illustrana. And
Yeah, I'm
bow
so good at those.
if you want to aid or do your own.
I'm so good at diplomacy. Natural 20, natural 20, natural 20. Good enough.
Legendary in diplomancy?
I'm trained.
Oh, I'm looking at bow.
I know.
Well, that would be a success for you, Illustrana. Did you want to use a hero point?
No.
No?
I rolled a 17, Matt.
She's not very charismatic.
Do you have courtly graces?
I do have courtly graces.
That would apply here. So that would be the 38.
Okay.
I thought Call to Graces just allows you to use society instead of diplomacy, or is it the other way around?
Oh, yeah, it does let you use society instead of diplomacy, at which point I would have a plus 29 as opposed to a plus 20.
Okay, so it'd be a
46
success
then.
either way.
Yeah.
So that's 2 successes. So I would have a smaller queendom?
How big is your queendom currently?
It stretches as far as my eyes can see.
Matt, what's the check to figure out how far her eyes can see?
Matt?
Yeah?
It's at this point, I'm pretty sure Whisper would be right behind her and then just put her hands over her eyes.
Her hair, probably.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That would be the most Whisper thing to do. Just appear behind someone and go, "You can't see anything now." You know, okay, I'm just gonna roll stealth for Whisper.
Yeah?
And by roll stealth for Whisper, I'm just gonna roll a d20 because I don't have access to a stat block. Hey, so that's a natural 20.
That is an actual 20. Wow. As Whisper is going about doing this, sneaking into position, shall we say, the courtesan does go up to the Queen Mother and starts to whisper something in her ear. And there's kind of a hushed discussion.
Can I read lips?
You do have reading lips, don't you?
I'm checking. I don't think I do. That was my last character.
The only lips that Illustrana can read are Arushale's.
Aww.
That was my last character, had read lips.
It's got a range of touch, though.
They have a mask on. Good luck reading lips with a mask.
They do, in fact, have a mask on.
I don't think ants have lips, so...
Well, that one's not an ant.
Yeah. Well, a discussion implies there's two ways.
So you can't read the lips of one because they're wearing a mask, and you can't really read the lips of the other because no lips.
And I also don't have the feet, so...
But, like I said, there is something of a hushed conversation. And the Queen Mother turns and says, "Well, I am told there are many dangers in this world."
Yes.
"How do I know that you're capable of protecting Harrowheart? Of protecting
been
me and my
invaded
subjects?"
By demons before, and we pretty handedly defeated them with like practically no casualties of any of our subjects.
Oh,
So I think that's a pretty good resume.
and what of the
Then
Norns?
we went...
Oh, we're gonna goddamn deal with the Norns.
Yeah, we're dealing with the Norns. They're on our
In a
to-do
sack,
list.
hit him with hammers.
Yeah, that's next on the agenda. We will be going there soon.
We were going to collect sort of as many cards as we could so that we could be as prepared as possible when we did face them.
So you would bring all the cards straight to the Norns as they wish, as they want?
Actually,
Not
no.
all of them. There's like a weird dude that has at least one.
Let's just stop for a hot second. You've brought up an excellent point. What are you going to provide for us going against the Norns?
Well, that's...
We're happy to leave you here to deal with all that. But we are like... Why are we collecting the cards before going to see the Norns?
Korka pulls out a binder and just points to empty spots.
I just put up my hand. I'm not asking Kolgar that question.
I would
That was
point
not
out
directed to him.
that it is unclear how we are to access the Norns if we do not have sort of the semi-divine power of the deck.
So you wish to use the Harrowkin as bait?
Not as bait, as sort of their powers combined to affect.
If you know how to get to the Norns, we'd appreciate that information.
If you have another way of finding the Norns, that would be very appreciated. If you have their address, we would
As
love
the
that.
kids say, a no clip.
But you're the ones coming to me. You want to reclaim me as a card?
Yes.
Non-committed hand wiggle.
It wouldn't be hard.
How can I trust you? Prove yourselves. Show your power.
No.
If you're trying to fight us, you're going to regret that. That's going to be painful. If you want us to fight someone else for you, that is fine. We'll do it. But like, you could just contact some of our references.
Are you trying to flip the unicorn?
Just like above my head.
Just lifting the unicorn.
There.
Horse hoisting.
Just like Hercules.
We have references.
Well,
Yeah.
you do lift the unicorn over your head, Bow. But it is wiggling an awful lot. Horses don't usually like this.
Yeah, but like I'm doing what she asked.
Proving your strength and your power.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the unicorn does kind of leap out of your grasp, though.
Okay, fair enough. Do you have anything else heavy around here that I can lift and show
Olga
it?
points at the Queen Mother.
Don't you dare!
That wasn't an option.
Everything's an option when you're brave enough.
So, you'll prove at your strength. What are the others? Whisper, I will point out, has proven her stealth.
Oh, I didn't know it was going to be that. Can I have another go? I'm much better at like performing and stuff.
Are you going to do a dance? What of your companions?
Illustrata is just gonna do like a really he's gonna hop on Butonius and do like a really impressive acrobatics
Yeah?
deal. What does that give me a bonus to? Let's check.
I do
That
love the birds in the
is
background.
checks
Very
made to
nice.
escape. That's fine. 47.
Alright. That's a success. Korgar, what are you doing to impress the queen?
He's going to show off his knowledge of all the card games he's played.
Roll it.
God, he's good.
Anything specific?
Well, no, he's just going to flip through his binders.
Yeah?
So this is my favorite one. This is from the first series. As you can see, I've got 3 copies in the holographic.
The two Harrowkin actually kind of huddle around as you kind of start going through your binders. Something about the magical nature and their intrinsic tie to the cards themselves kind of... it's not an obsession, but they kind of have this instinctual knowledge.
The fact that they're also illusion cards also helps.
Yeah. But they are quite impressed with this. Well, someone as knowledgeable as you, and obviously you will have numerous powers and abilities at your disposal. How big of a fiefdom are we talking?
Like 1 hex.
Approximately 1 hack worth of fiefdom.
But like that can be probably, expanded underground, right? Gang, I don't think we have many underground things.
Yeah, we aren't really using the underground, so if you... Yeah.
Are you suggesting as long as it's underground, I can take over?
No. But we will probably work out some kind of mineral rights deal.
How deep is your land?
That's an excellent question.
Right?
We've never really dug that deep, so we aren't sure.
I'm going to say it's
I would
potentially
recommend
1 hex
against
deep.
digging too greedily and too deep, just because that tends to arouse the ire of demons.
But Harrowheart exists on a different plane of existence.
Yeah, it's sort of the greed attracts them. It's a weird thing. Like, you can be on Golarion and you'll dig too greedily and too deep, and then all of a sudden there's a demon in your minds.
Is this propaganda spread by Juliet, Matt?
Korgod, there are cautionary tales in Dwarven society regarding digging a little bit too deep. But that's mostly regarding elementals and things like that. and other creatures that go in the ground. And also, there are worse things underground than demons.
Like cave worms.
Demons are the worst thing.
Purple worms, for instance.
Yeah.
Not worse
Sneeple.
than a demon.
I think they're just called cave worms now.
Aw. Sneeple. There are lots of Sneeple underground.
Snursons?
No, see, when you dig too greedily and too deep, you start encountering demons because they're attracted to Rovagug, and that's why they're underground. Everyone knows.
There's actual Rovagug down there as well.
Yeah, he's down in there. If you dig too deep, yeah, he's in there.
Yeah.
However,
Rovagug isn't in here. This is Harrowheart.
we're not talking about
Yeah,
that.
I'm talking about Golarion.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty, could have quite a feather in your cap by being the first to find out how deep
crown?
Harrowheart goes.
I don't have a cap. I have a crown.
I would assume you have multiple headwear, but if not,
They're
we can
all
also
crowns.
get you. Huh?
We could get you sort of like a capish crown, and then it could be both.
Does like the middle part not get cold?
No. Besides,
Oh,
I have a winter crown.
And we'll get you a new cod-themed crown.
I think we're going to stop everything and have Matt explain what a winter crown is.
Nick is rebooting.
One of the termites brings out a case and opens it, revealing the winter crown. It is much the same as the crown that you see upon her head. However, it is fur-lined on the inside.
Huh.
Is there like a covering for the middle bit, or would the middle bit still get cold?
No, the middle bit has a covering.
Okay.
This is my summer crown.
You know what? I'm not usually like for the monarchy in any sense of the word, but that's pretty good. I like that.
I get to wear all the crowns.
Well done, Madge.
We'll get you a new crown as well if you come to Harrowheart. We'll add it to your collection.
Ooh, what will the crown look like?
Well, our finest craftsman, the Bronze Dwarf, shall create it for you.
Ooh, he is quite the craftsman.
It will be the finest that Harrowheart's money can buy.
Are you sure about that?
That Monopoly money can buy? Yeah.
It would definitely be like one of the top crowns produced by Harrowheart.
I mean, I think Illustrana has like a diadem that she wears during like court sessions, and that's the only crown that's been produced for Harrowheart.
Yeah, everyone was kind of like, do we have to wear crowns? Do we have to?
They're
Illustrana
uncomfortable.
was so excited.
She got to be like her mom.
She got to wear a diadem.
And I gotta delete that one.
All right. Well, have we passed all your checks, Matt?
She claps, which is quite a event considering her appendages.
Yeah.
She
could
clicks
also-
her forearms together.
We could also look into getting someone to like forge some cups actually for ants.
Oh no, this is fine. I made it myself.
I'm imagining as she says that it slips out of her grasp and just smashes.
Oh no, she summons like 3 more in each of her like insect-like appendages.
Whoa, that's not allowed. You're only allowed to have
okay.
2 mechanical hands.
No, listen, did she just summon alcohol out of thin air? Suddenly, Bao is very interested.
I am
They're
the
just empty
queen.
glasses.
That's not an excuse. I'm sorry.
Also, I can use multiple hands at once. I'm an NPC.
Fucking NPC bullshit.
I hate the most that because she is a cardigan, she can get away with saying that.
Servants, bring forth my treasure for the rulers of Harrowheart. Get that one out of the way.
Diplomancy works every time.
Ooh, there's
Whoa.
a coronet of stars.
Correct. You may have one of my lesser crowns.
Ew, that's getting thrown in the stash immediately. Whoa, mirror goggles? Hold on a second.
Actually, yeah, what did they do?
I don't know, but they sound cool.
Can I turn to whoever this one is and just, are you good?
Oh, what do you mean by good?
We've got a lot of ants here and you.
You also have a unicorn here.
Granted. I understand the unicorn, though.
The courtesan kind of steps up and says, some of us are not from your deck.
Uh-huh.
Some of us are from
Are you
the
from-
other deck.
Illustrata pulls out the other deck. Well, this one's also mine.
Is it
Do
though?
you know how to get to the Nords?
Is it your deck
To the
though?
Nords, huh?
Well, I
Is it
mean,
Norns? I have a cold.
I'm currently the one holding it, just because, like, Sonoray hasn't really reformed yet, corporeally. So right now, I would say I'm its owner.
Interesting.
Like, that's just how ownership works. Okay.
They just went poof.
Likewise, the unicorn disappears.
Did they just
Oh, okay.
delete themselves?
They were summoned here by my command.
Oh.
Now,
That's less amusing.
you have my card.
Yes.
You may return to Harrowheart when you're ready.
Radical, thank you.
I believe in the heart of the cards.
Every time? Every time.
That's how the ritual happens.
Yeah?
It's a ritual.
Why does that not switch to the other soundtrack?
All right, where do we want to put these ants?
I kind of wish we had a nicer coast tile.
You gotta put her
What,
on the
between
coast?
desert and swamp?
Yeah. Like, how nice would, like, a harborside ant town be?
Probably awful for the ants.
Not if they built
There we
boats.
go. Okay.
Well, did you know that some species of ant actually build rafts out of themselves?
Yeah.
They all sort of grab together and they form a raft.
Army ants.
Sort of like how in Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow is said to have roped himself a couple of sea turtles, lashed them together, and made a raft.
So, okay. The epitomize for the Queen Mother just gives her a basement.
Okay.
So we're changing
Sure.
that.
What do you mean it just gives her a basement?
When you epitomize the Queen Mother, an immense queen ant manifests in a large chamber in Harrowheart's basement.
We have a basement?
And then?
Adjacent to the Rakshasha, I imagine.
No, same room.
Oh yeah, he does live in the basement, doesn't he?
which makes a little bit more sense. No, the Queen Mother's getting an entire ass castle. An ant castle.
We did promise her she could be queen somewhere.
Yeah, and if she shows up and she's just in the basement, just like, fucking what?
I mean, that's where
What
you
is
put
this?
old relics. You put old relics in the basement when they're past their prime, just like
I
the Queen
feel
Mother.
like I've been tricked somehow.
I put the ants in the forest. They get to be forest ants.
You gotta give him a forest castle?
Like, we're putting everything on this side. This side sucks.
Yeah,
It's got water.
Do you want they're in the
swamp and
desert?
You can't build desert castles underground. They fall apart.
Ants can. So many ants can.
Do you want me to put her in the ocean?
Yeah. Make. Actually, yes.
I'm getting
Put
reminded
her
of
in the
Space
ocean.
Balls so bad.
Make her
right now.
build a coral Atlantis.
Put her in the forest, and then the next time we have something that clearly requires a forest, we're all gonna panic.
There are still 1, 2, 3.
There's still like so
We've got
many
several
in
tiles.
this forest.
Yeah, this is fine.
I also like how we've put nothing anywhere near actual Harrowheart.
Well, no, there
Those
are.
are the plains. Those are our realm proper.
Also, there are things
want
there. They just don't take up the entire hex. For instance, the carnival, the theater. These are all features around in that
I assumed
area.
they were inside Harrowheart.
It's vague.
Okay.
But otherwise, Dodd says, well, you can discuss many things with her. She's quite knowledgeable about politics and society. She could also teach you how to resurrect the dead and reincarnate them.
I feel like she should have led with that.
Don't I already know that?
Yeah, I think Korgar already knows that.
Yeah, I think you know reincarnate, but she could also teach the resurrect ritual.
I don't think I can use that though. I think that's specifically divine, isn't it?
What's religion? Anyone can cast a ritual, but it requires religion. Illustrana could cast that one.
In particular, apparently she knows it in order to bring her children back, should they be needed.
So she's the worm queen.
No.
So, what else we gotta look at?
The Fool. The Fool is an option. The Cricket, the Avalanche, the Wanderer.
I thought we just met the crickets.
They're
No.
ants.
They're ants.
Should we just do bugs?
The Eclipse, the Betrayal. I mean, I feel like we should do the Cricket and the Eclipse and the Winged Serpent next, so that it's on brand for Matt's episode title.
What did I say? Forces of nature. Well, I figured you're at least going to get to one of the forces of nature one.
Like the Avalanche.
Well, you do have access to the avalanche,
Actually,
or at
let's
least
go
what the
Eclipse.
avalanche is.
Let's go Druid themed.
You want to go for the eclipse? Are you
Let's
sure?
go for the meta card.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Where is
'cause
it?
It's meta.
Total eclipse of the sun.
Because if you tell me it's on the moon, we're not doing it.
Why not?
That's where they keep the moon dogs, Matt.
What's wrong with the moon dogs?
I can't go there. I'm a regular Earth dog.
I'm sorry, what?
Bow.
Yeah, no. I know, but you're not a regular Earth dog. You are an Earth dog, but you're not regular.
Well, no, but like, they're gonna make fun of me for having hands and feet.
And like a human face. What's with that?
Just wear your bunny costume, it'll confuse them.
No. That's special occasions only.
So,
Eclipse. Let's
Eclipse?
go.
Why didn't you answer the
Where is
question, Matt?
Just making sure I've got my geography right.
Actually, wait. Matt's finally loaded the eclipse for himself. Let's go to the avalanche instead.
I don't like the sound of the avalanche. I think we can do without the avalanche.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. If it introduces like a proper snow tile, then it'll be incredible.
Guess you want snowboarding?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
No, I don't have the archetype for it. I hear that you've got to have like this really cool disc riding archetype.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Definitely
Just
sounds like some kind of
retrain in
issue.
the downtime.
Yeah, out of my character-defining archetype.
You're good at riding
Being a
birds.
Bird knight.
You've got class feats.
It's true, I do have class feats, and I don't really use them for anything.
Yeah. Just be
Jeez.
a rider instead of just a bird rider. If you get the disc, you can even be a wave rider. And then listen to a cool song to go with it.
All right, just confirming the eclipse.
The eclipse.
Where is it located? On Golarion?
Castrovel.
According to the map, what the fuck? Castrovel's not a Golarion? Jeez. According to the map, the eclipse is hiding in a series of islands on the archipelago that used to be Old Aslant.
Does it pulse at all?
You're not quite sure, but the area does look a little bit weird.
Loading Shadows of Earthfall.
We are the mighty. We are the moon.
I have a character who doesn't believe that Earthfall was done by a meteor. She was like, a normal meteor can't do that. It was magic.
It was magic.
I mean,
Which, she was right. It is Aboleth, but no one knows it's Aboleth, so they all think she's crazy for being an Earthfall truther.
Man, it looks really grayscale here.
this
Yeah.
is exactly how Bao sees the world. Oh,
Oh, never mind.
There's light now.
Oh no, I've got a macro for this page.
Are you just going to toggle the light and the dark? Spams it, breaks his own boundary. What is this statue, Matthew?
As you start to explore the island, it does appear to be a old ruin of what used to be Aslant. The area itself seems somewhat calm and serene. However, as you kind of look to the sky, you do see as Sarenrae's light begins to be blotted out. As darkness begins to fall and an eclipse appears. Kind of wish that was more of a fade in.
Can I
that's a quick
use
eclipse.
Can I use nature to try and locate the eclipse or astronomy?
What?
It's
Can I
in the
just
sky.
look?
No, the card.
Give me a nature check, Korgar.
Considering I do this sort of stuff all the time, moving the moon.
Yeah.
No, I'll just let other people do things.
See, I
I'll
was
just
even
save
gonna
my
give
dice
you a
for-
bonus. Actually,
I'm just gonna save my thing for jokes.
well, as you start to examine the area, Korgar, trying to look around, you do see something appear in the sky, hurtling towards Golarion.
Cool.
A fiery point of energy.
Nice.
Yay!
You know, I'm feeling the sudden urge to go to Castrovel.
Got a holiday home there?
Matt, If there's a meteor coming to destroy the planet,
what the elves did.
I feel like I'm being called home.
if there's a sudden meteor to destroy the planet, do we have to go tell Rayquaza to blow it up?
And well, no, we've got to get on Mega Rayquaza and have this epic space fight with Deoxys after hearing dialogue that is way too heavy for a Pokemon game.
Is it though?
Conversely, can we like flip the script and throw dinosaurs at it?
Until it is appeased?
It's really heavy dialogue for that
Bad news, gang. I love it. We're keeping this one.
Stepping out,
That is a Moondog.
stepping out from the shades of the eclipse are two dog-like creatures, seeming to carry miniature suns in their mouths.
Are they glowing? Are they providing light?
Somewhat.
Illustrana can't see right now. That's why I asked.
Oh, it sounds like an
She's
elf
not
issue.
She's not able to see in the dark. She's not a centaur, you know. She doesn't have dark vision.
Well, I will get everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
I take it my nature check is going to be used for initiative here.
If you want. I mean, 35's not bad.
Could you please add plus 4?
+4? Because of card?
Yes. Oh, never mind. I already have an item bonus to nature, so just +2.
Just +2? All
Oh,
right.
I know. +3 actually,
+3.
because
Yeah?
I get the incredible initiative circumstance bonus, and the peacock provides a +3 item bonus to initiative checks.
Who wants
Which
to control Whisper?
Bow,
Hey.
mighty Bulgy.
Let's remove default Nick owner? Question mark?
Gonna just do the.
Just in case.
Well, they were on very low hit points.
They did get kind of smacked around by the demons.
Yeah, all 3 of you did.
Is everyone ready for a fight?
Ah, character assassination. I see.
Yeah. Some things never stop. Are we going to get an initiative from Whisper?
Ah.
Like, you don't have to.
Well, apparently I tried my best not to, so.
All right, let's see these dogs.
If it helps,
You know, I win ties, so
it's already put it in there. You're fine.
I know. I just like to bring it up.
I have dark vision.
The third set of dice there, Matt.
A third set? I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine. Whisper didn't get the worst for initiative.
Great.
It's fine. I need to check something about the dogs just quickly.
Huh?
Do they shed light?
Do they talk?
That's part of what I'm checking for. They do, in fact, talk.
Fantastic.
Do they shed light?
No, usually they just shed fur.
Not at the moment, no.
Ba weep grana weep ninny bong, my dudes.
Hello, Bal. Long time no see.
Likewise, Matt, I have no recollection of these people whatsoever.
You know not of us. We know of you.
Rad.
It's because you're a sun dog.
What?
You follow Sun Wukong?
We know of you, Starlit Sentinel.
Oh, right. Yeah, that. That is also me.
Have you come to stop what will be and what cannot be stopped? Has your arrogance know no bounds?
We've just come to get a card.
You cannot claim this card,
Why?
for it will herald the end that should have been.
What?
It will destroy the world. They both kind of look up at once, defying what we know about dogs, and look at the ball of fire hurtling towards the planet.
Where is this mystery that dogs can't look up?
Your dogs can look up.
They can.
I think you're thinking of pigs.
Pigs can't look up.
The only time that dogs can't look up is come into anything is in Shaun of the Dead. Unless
And that's
you're about
exactly
to pop
what
out a
I'm
bunch of-
referencing. I'm exactly referencing Shaun of the Dead.
So, wait, if we defeat you, that thing stops up there?
Well, we're definitely going to try to stop you.
I'm sorry, I'm just a bit confused. Earthfall already happened, like a couple thousand years ago. I'm just confused as to what you like. Is this Earthfall 2 Electric Boogaloo?
This
Correct.
isn't even how eclipses work.
Yeah, this is really not.
Do you know how many eclipses I've personally witnessed and none of them had flaming orbs falling from the sky? You're doing it wrong.
This is, in fact, a superior eclipse that will destroy the world.
That's nothing. That's a different guy. You should be like the meteor or the comet or something. The eclipse is just temporary passage. You've done it wrong.
With that, the two of them begin to growl at you.
I'm
And
growling back.
we might take our short 10-minute break there, because this is going to be something of a fight.
I have a great plan.
You have a great plan?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
rubs.
worried.
I
Tummy
have
rubs?
a great plan.
All
The
right.
plan is I'm not gonna fight them and instead gonna do bullshit.
Hooray.
I mean, there's always the option to locate the card as well. But we are going to go on a break. We're just going to be going for like 10 minutes. I'm going to polish off my coffee and then get a new one. But yeah, we shall be back here very soon. Paul?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll see if I can think of one for Bao and Korgar. Illustrator's got 2 hero points. That's fine. So do I. So that'll be fine. All right, we'll be back soon. Hello, people. We have returned.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm assuming you're people. I don't know for sure. But I don't know what I was doing there. I need way more coffee than I currently have. It's gotta be a tie, isn't it? No, Bao. Bao won the poll.
Bao wins by a mile.
Little old me.
Yeah, you'd make the best
Greatest
royals.
royal subjects.
Ah.
Kogar, are you back? No? Well, Korga's not up first anyway, so should we get this ball rolling?
Yes. Ooh, why did that happen? I should have been doing this during the ad.
Yeah.
Where's the thing? Where's the thing? I've lost the thing. There it is. Tomorrow lies is 30 feet, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Fantastic. They are 25 feet each. Starlight transformation.
Really?
They brought it up.
So cringe.
Majestic proclamation, which I can do for one action since I've done it during my transformation.
Are you actually going to do a proclamation?
I'm just going to yell out real loud, "You're doing it wrong."
Who are you intimidating? Oh, all enemies. Well, one of them is currently immune.
Why?
Because hazards can't be demoralized.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that will not work on either of these puppies.
Ooh.
You have one action remaining.
I will move over to this one. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Ah,
Too far.
too far. Illustrana.
I am going to activate the deck of Harrowed Tales.
Yep.
And that will create a
You'd sub to that, sweet
40
pea. Fair enough.
little rectangle.
Yeah.
Let me actually, one sec. There we go. Which that should be smaller. Oh well. Trust me, it goes behind both the dogs. And then Illustrana, Butonius is going to move here, and then Illustrana is going to shove this
5,
one.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Probably should be bigger than that, but we're not going to argue with it.
Oh, it's radius of 40. Okay. Yeah, that could be bigger.
It's fine.
It's big.
It big.
I'm shoving.
You're setting him to the Harrowed Realm?
Yeah.
All right, give me that shove.
He's in there. Bye. Enjoy the Harrowed Realm.
So, as this fight begins, these two Twilight dogs, I guess, Eclipse dogs, are kind of snarling and growling at Bao as if there's got some sort of enemy. And then you come in, Illustrana, use the deck to create a gateway. Mm-hmm. And then as this dog is about to leap at Bao, how do you push it in? With your natural 20?
So Illustrana, the 54 cards of the Harrowed Tales sort of burst out from the pocket where she keeps the pouch where she keeps the deck, and align themselves in this magnificent gate, and the portal to the Harrowed Realm opens up, and then Butonius flies towards the dog, and Illustrana just sort of leans over, gives it a good shove, and it goes tumbling back through the portal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it goes tumbling through. Any specific place in the Harrowed Realm you want to send this thing to?
Ooh, that's a great question. Right above the ocean, maybe like 20 feet above the ocean.
Just some area of water where there's ocean? Yeah, right.
Said
Yeah, like
weird
20
stuff on the
feet
other side of the map. I didn't mean like
from
this.
the ocean.
All right. Well, you don't have the
Yeah.
actions to dismiss it, so it's still there.
Yeah.
We're just gonna remove that dog from the fight. Well, that's made this entire thing a little bit easier for everyone.
I can't wait for Matt to get annoyed with me doing this and start sending Velstrax through when I do this the next time.
That'd be very funny.
Would that be such a terrible idea, though?
No, there
Equivalent
are
exchange.
consequences to my own actions.
Oh,
as
absolutely. Brother, no! And it turns back to you, Bao, growling, "This is all your fault."
I literally was the one who did that.
All Bao's fault.
You're misattributing blame.
It's because you can't do your job right.
Well, let's close gate, because I don't think I'm going to need it again for a little while. You are pretty...
I am pretty.
No, it's more on making sure of distances and stuff like that. Is this literally going to be a case of I can't hit both of you? Well, it is going to move.
Huh?
No, it hates you the most, Bao. You with your Starlit Sentinelness.
I do stuff better.
It is going to use its Lunar Burst. Bao, I need you to make a basic reflex save. That is a really good basic reflex. That will be a success, so you only take half of this. And you watch as the sun it holds in its mouth begins to flare with fire.
Is it shedding light now?
Apparently not.
It's so bullshit. I also think Bao should be shedding light, but
That seems more of a possibility.
She only does that in a starlet form, doesn't she?
she is in her starlight form.
Yeah, I missed that.
Wait, do I shed light in my solid form?
It is going to bite you, though.
Can try.
I got 2 villain points.
Apparently you just flashbang people.
My weapon glows.
That's a hit! And I'm down a villain point. You will take 41 damage, Bao. And then
Yep.
it is
Ow.
going to attempt to trip you for free.
Wow.
Knockdown.
And you are knocked prone and take a d6 of damage. That is its turn done. Korgar! You can actually see in the dark, and more to the
can.
point, you're actually pretty good at seeing this.
Yeah, I can see everything.
Yeah, Whisper
Quite
also
easily.
doesn't have a problem.
Matt, I'm gonna do a recall. Wait, have I already done a recall knowledge check on these guys? No.
You were looking for the eclipse. If you want to
was.
look for it again, you can.
No. I'm going to do a recall knowledge check on these guys. I want to know if I can tame them.
Well, this guy, there's not two of them anymore.
Well, I know one other one is.
One got yeeted through a gate, so they are intelligent. They are beasts. They're not aberrations or anything like that. They're also known as what are Bolgay. And are manifestations of the eclipse sun and moon. Taming one? Probably not, because they are sentient creatures.
Oh, man.
But what do you want to know about them?
Resistances.
They are resistant to cold and fire.
Aha.
Also, the damage type, the extra damage that they do on their attacks switches from fire to cold depending on what form they are in. This one is currently in its fire form.
I see.
Like cast form.
Is there a
Yeah,
third
actually.
one lingering nearby that just has a cooking pot?
No.
Ah. Well, that's a shame. I'm gonna cast the spell button. This whole combat's gonna be over before I get to actually do any attacks, but who cares?
You might be surprised.
All right, there are 3 of them.
There's a hazard.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
That's you done?
Yeah.
All right. Whisper, who has absolutely no problems at the moment. She got that KL vision.
Fetchlings.
Rude.
You know, if they didn't want to be called fetchlings, they wouldn't be so good at fetching things.
Ooh.
POV, you're a wizard. That's what wizards say.
Man, Illustrana really is a racist.
No, that's not an Illustrana opinion. That's a wizard opinion.
Yeah. Now, Bao, I do understand that Whisper's kit's kind of complicated.
Just shove them. Shove them through the portal.
But otherwise, punching is always an option.
Also, Nick, we cannot hear you.
Nick's
If
muted.
you are saying things.
Whoops, sorry. Yeet.
Shove?
Just like you hear the patter of Whispers, probably bare feet on the ground, and then just flying kick both feet into the dog.
Shove is fortitude, yeah. I know I ask this every time.
Yep.
Yep.
Fortitude DC. That'll be a success, not a critical one. It's going to try to grab an edge.
The edge of the portal.
Yes!
Okay.
So it does a reflex save. It grabs the ledge.
Shove it again.
Illustrana has the chance to do the funniest thing right now.
I mean, Whisper can just shove it again.
Yeah, but what would happen if you close the gate on it?
Wouldn't tripping it also do?
Yeah, either or.
Give me the sun! Pull me up! Give me the sun! So what's Whisper doing?
I mean, Whisper's just gonna try and shovel off again.
You just kind of creepy run up to it and then just kind of...
Oh, I kind of... Ooh. Yeah, you're bringing up a good point. Can't move, can I?
Pop shove
You
it.
can follow it as a part of your shove.
Neat.
You were successful with the shove.
Yeah, so that's... Modifier minus 5.
-4.
Minus 4.
Do.
Add. Roll.
That's going to be a success, I reckon.
That will be a success meets beads.
Woo! Get these dogs
fair,
out of here.
Dogs aren't known for opposable thumbs, good at gripping things.
This is very true. I believe that will be Whisper done, though.
Correct.
All right. As we see the flaming ball of light hurtling towards Golarion. I'm going to put this down, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, no, everyone's going to be in range.
What is it, 120 foot? Oh.
30-foot burst.
Do we need to make a reflex save?
I do, in fact, need everyone to make a reflex save.
I reflex my save. Is this a prone effect? Or a primal effect?
Yes, to being a primal effect.
Is this a trap?
No, it is environmental.
Absolutely not.
Oh, who did the reroll?
Me.
Okay. So we'll take that off. Anyone else do any rerolls? Nope. Core God, that will be a failure if you want to roll again.
Nah.
Nah, you good?
Yeah.
All right, the DC was 41.
Oh, no, Whisper.
Oh no.
What did I roll?
So that's also a failure for Illustrana.
I rolled so many ones then.
Ow. Oh. Ow.
Oh, and I need
ow.
Butonius to make his little reflex save.
Wait.
You okay there, Korar? Just Druid don't care.
Why are two of us resistant to fire? Is that resonance water? Nope. Why am I resistant to fire?
Get up. That's it done. Bow. The flaming
What up?
meteor strikes the island,
Uh-huh.
covering the area in fire.
Okay.
What you doing?
I'll stand up.
Yep.
So is there like an actual like meteorite somewheres?
No, as it struck the ground, it kind of disappeared as if this is a magical effect of some sort.
Okay.
You do know that the eclipse card is behind this, though.
Good point. I will look for the eclipse card.
All right, give me a perception check. That will not be it. There we go.
No, that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you're unable to determine the eclipse's location.
That's fine. For my last action, I will take one big cartoonish step. Just...
You know it's probably gonna hit all of you again next round, right?
I mean, that's why I'm getting out of the way.
Fair. Illustrana, do you dismiss the gate? Or do you not sustain it? Okay.
First action, dismiss the gate.
Well, that means I do actually have to remove the boys. Because they can't fly.
Oh. Can they?
So,
and
gate
then
closes.
I am going to second action, perceive,
Yep.
to seek. Jesus Christ.
No, you don't have to accept that. That's
didn't.
better. Let's just make sure I
Where's this
remove.
card?
Where's the card? All right. As you start to seek out the eclipse, you notice as the stars in the sky above you begins to shift and change. As you find yourself far from Old Aslant and in a Varizia.
Okay.
Would you like to continue looking for it?
Yes.
I will need another perception check or
Another perception check, okay, or
nature or society.
perception is the best. And is this to seek?
We're gonna say yes for the purposes of this.
Okay. 43.
As you begin to kind of lock in on its location, you notice that there's a slight disturbance in the sky itself, as if something is not quite fitting in.
Okay. And then Butonius is gonna fly towards that spot.
All right. And I believe that's you done. That.
Butonius is now up in the air. All right, yeah, that is me done.
I will say at this point, the eclipse, or whatever is causing the eclipse, appears to be a large sphere about 100 feet up in the air.
Okay.
Oh.
Korgar.
I go 100 feet up into the air to look at this sphere.
Perception, nature, or society?
Well, one's a move. Is everything A-okay above said sphere?
It doesn't look like it. Whatever the sphere is doing seems to be affecting everything around it. It's a disruption in space.
Okay. But if I look up after getting above that sphere, and is the sun A-okay?
No.
Oh.
Oh. I will do a nature check to look at this sphere then. Wow, we're just doing real bad on the rolling front.
That's what hero points are for.
That's true. And that was a nature check?
Yeah.
Because you rolled nature, that will be a success.
Yay.
The sky above changes once again, the stars rearranging as if the entire planet is kind of rotating and moving on its own by the will of the eclipse itself. And you find yourself with the stars above as if you're in The land of Casmeron.
Yeah, totally.
That place.
Can I do it again?
You can do it again?
Can I use astronomy? Would that be a more effective skill?
Yes.
It's probably not going to be any more beneficial, but
Oh, you'd be surprised. Oh, hell
the
yeah.
dice rolled well.
Hell yeah. As you begin to examine this disruption and the stars above, it is starting to seem more and more illusionary, as if you're starting to figure out what the problem is, and as you do, its power continues to diminish. It is only a small sphere at this point, only about 30 feet wide.
That's still a pretty big sphere.
I mean, it's better than the alternative.
An even bigger sphere or a smaller sphere? Because I would say that a smaller sphere is better.
100 feet. A rhomboid. All
Well,
right.
that's the end of my turn.
Yep. Does
hang on,
Whisper
let me
just want to pass on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, wait.
Wait.
Whisper's gonna run away. Like
Okay, now Whisper passes.
Wow. So the eclipse itself. We're just gonna move that.
What the fuck?
Well, I don't think it can hit all of you.
I definitely can't. It's either going to hit me or it's going to hit them.
Oh. There we go.
You an asshole.
would the edge of that hit me if I'm 30 feet up in the air?
Oh, it's coming from down from above. It hits everything. It's a column thing.
Oh, it's a column, not
It's a column?
sphere.
That's stupid.
There are plenty of spells, particularly at this level, that do columns instead of just an area.
Oh yeah, such as?
Wrath of
there's
Divine Wrath.
There's a tree. That's a column of a certain. Burning Blossoms is a column of a certain height.
The gravity one that just causes everything in a column to fall. Alter gravity, I think it's called.
Mine are just bursts.
I need a reflex saving throw from everyone again.
It's just stupid.
It's a hazard.
I gotta stop controlling Whisper.
I mean, that's a bit better. So the DC is still 41. Geez, Korkai just not taking any damage whatsoever.
That's kind of the whole point.
As
Have
another
lots of hit points to soak damage. Have lots of mitigation with the damage.
41. No. I gotta take double that, don't I?
Yeah.
No one's done any damage to it, so that's fine. Bao, it is your turn.
Okay, Bao is going to take flight.
Yep. Yeah? You're just gonna fly away?
Command Butonius to fly to this sort of discrepancy that I saw in the sky.
Yep.
I would like to then, grab it.
I will require one last perception, nature, or society check.
Perception. This is to seek.
Yes.
There's a 37. Well, I don't have a hero point, so it doesn't matter.
That will not do it, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm gonna try again, because it's one action to command Butonius, one action to do that. So can I try again?
You can try again. As you look towards the eclipse, you see the sky above beginning to shift and change again.
Well, they hate me, so...
Apparently. This time, all of you find yourselves kind of above or near, or at least the sky seems to have changed to being above Sarasan. One of the mysterious obelisks that kind of dot its landscape on the land's northeastern edge is visible. But that is you done, Illustrano?
Yep. Dude, this fight would have been so much more annoying if there were two dogs nipping at our heels.
Right?
Absolutely.
This is supposed to be a severe encounter.
Astronomy.
Yeah. Have you considered that I opened a gate and just pushed them through it?
So the DC for these is going up turn to turn. With a 40, Korgar meets beats.
Yeah. Because he's just a nerd.
As you continue to kind of realign the stars themselves, figuring out where this thing is moving, you're one step ahead of this card. And as you look towards it one more time, it's as if the sphere shrinks one more time. In your grasp, would you like to take it?
I will take the eclipse.
Because that's what I do. I move the moon. Unlike a certain doctor who pisses on the moon.
What?
It seems that I have a video to send you.
I mean, by the sounds of things, you super don't have to.
No, it's
Probably
amazing.
it's probably Dr. Gregory House. He would do that.
Gregory House would do that.
It took me a disgustingly long time to get that they named him that after Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
You didn't get that? It was... Okay.
It's a Sherlock Holmes adaptation, except he's an even more miserable man than Holmes.
As you take a hold of the card Korgar, it seems to coalesce into a sash of some sort, the light and darkness mixing about each other.
Ooh.
As a sash of books begins to form. However, you can't have the braces of hammers because there is an actual place where you can get those, but if you want something that is not the sash of books but is another one of the apex items from this AP, it can be exchanged for that one.
You just probably have to go to the trader to do that.
What does
Correct.
Foresight do?
You want to make a deal?
Oh, I love the flavors your sash has.
I love eating books.
See, I don't even have to do the NPC voice this time. Just let the players do it, it's fine. Anyone who's on the moon for more than a few hours would probably be P. Yeah, no, that's true. I believe they have, like, means with which to do that in their spacesuits.
A zipper, yeah.
No, it's just a diaper, basically. It's like a sci-fi diaper.
Otherwise, you have also claimed the eclipse.
Yay!
Ah,
A total eclipse of the sun.
Why is... Oh, right. The scaled creature size, right.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay. Sure. A side flapper. Okay.
This is this is incredible.
What, the eclipse?
Yeah.
Just immediately
is-
darkens the area. Cool.
This is who's the robot from Hitchhiker's Guide? It's this.
A paranoid android.
This is Marvin.
Well, that is a very good spell.
You should wait until you see the epitomize for it.
Or not even a spell, but ability.
Tomato, tomato.
So when we go home, are there just going to be a pair of wet dogs around?
No, the Harrow
Wrong
realm, not Harrow Heart.
Yeah, no. I send them to the Velstrak place.
Oh, that's so much worse.
Yeah, I just send people to the Shadow Realm.
Such a cool thing to do. It's not like they can say anything about it, though.
They were trying to kill us.
Oh no, that's true. And specifically, they did not like Bao.
I assume we're taking like time between adventures.
I mean, if you want,
Yeah, I need sleep.
you can
I
rest.
took way too much damage, and I feel bad for every time I damage Whisper by failing a reflex.
Well, players, I need you to pick an area of the desert where the eclipse epitomizes.
We could put it over there. We don't have anything over there.
Right next to Korgar.
Korgar wants it over there. Korgar was complaining about how we didn't have enough things, but
Right next to Korgar.
Is this because you have the card?
No, this is because Korgar looks after the moon.
Yeah, you know what? I'll actually give you that one.
He doesn't want to have as long of a commute.
Just look out his hut window and like shake his hand.
Well, as you bring the eclipse to Harrow Heart, it epitomizes above the desert near Korgar's hut. As it does, this entire region of the desert becomes eclipsed in complete darkness.
I think that's so funny that it's right next to the glass desert, which has like intense burning heat.
Well, Dodds explains, well, you see, the eclipse is a test of one's mental fortitude. If you spend too long in the area, you become overwhelmed with despair.
That's stupid and not how eclipses work.
But if you manage to survive the task, it can empower you permanently.
With what?
Still wrong.
Mechanically speaking, if you get a critical success against the effect, you gain a permanent boost to one ability score of your choice.
I'm going into the eclipse. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
You gain a permanent boost to one ability score of your choice, increasing that ability by 2 or by 1 if the ability score is already 18 or higher. You can never again benefit from this activity.
Wait,
Give me that ability score. It's just a free ability score increase.
That you critically succeed.
If you critically succeed. Only if you critically succeed.
Yeah. But like,
so you don't get anything if you choose to do you choose after you succeed?
Yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say if you choose your main stat, nothing happens because you're already over 18. Because it does it.
Remember,
Unless you want,
this is OGL, so it'll be
Yeah.
just the partial increase.
yeah,
And what?
it's the
As
equivalent
chat
of a
suggests,
partial.
it's asterisks.
Yeah.
What exactly do you need to roll to critically succeed?
It
If
is.
it's fortitude, you're not. It's not happening for you.
It's a will
Oh,
save.
I'm nat 20. Yeah, it's will though.
That might do it.
oh,
I'll
it's a will
wait
save?
until next session so I can use a hero point on it.
Hey, so let me just where is it? Is it the coronet of stars? Yeah, let's just put the coronet of stars on real quick.
Yeah.
Just put that on there. Invest.
Yeah.
There we go. That buffs my will save. How long do we have to do stuff in there for?
It is 8 hours.
8 hours. All right. What other things? Is it a primal effect for primal magic?
It is not.
How else can we buff our will save for 8 hours?
If you only get a success on the will saving throw, you get a bonus to the save next time you try it.
Oh, okay. So there's no downside to just trying. Like the success doesn't deny you anything.
Correct. However, if you fail, you can't try it again for a week. If you critically fail, you can't try it again for a month, and you become stupefied 3 for an entire week.
Okay. I'm gonna try it.
All right, who's trying?
And I'm just
Illustrana?
looking to see what things I can do to buff myself.
42. Critical success.
Not a critical success.
Okay, success.
How
it
are
a
you
success?
approaching this? This will be a
Yeah,
success.
Illustrana just like walks into the desert and she's like, it's not that bad. It's just kind of dark.
Aid via mutual encouragement? Well, Illustrana, as you enter into this area of the eclipse, you kind of feel as if you're soaring upon Brutonius. I'm hoping you didn't bring Brutonius into this. We don't need an attack situation.
I mean, I could have.
Because I don't think we want Brutonius to also have to do the will save here.
I'll throw Butonius's will save. He would have come in.
So, flying with Brutonius?
Yeah. 47 critical success.
No, not a critical success.
Okay. Well, next time he'll have the bonus.
The two of you fly across the Eclipse Desert, and as per the ritual, this process takes hours. As you do, you kind of get the sensation that it's a little bit pointless to be doing this. Nothing happens. Hours seem to drift by, and you have no idea how long you've even been here in the darkness. Slight rim of light above. And as you continue to fly, you can't help but feel heavier. Brutonius flying a little bit slower as you bring yourselves closer and closer to the ground. it eventually gets to the point where Bretonius can't even carry you anymore. Such is the weight of whatever is bearing down upon the two of you. And it is at this point, Illustrana, that you feel a weight upon your head.
I look up with putting weight on my head.
You find yourself wearing a crown, very similar to the one that you wear as ruler of Harrowhat, but you can tell that there are some alterations that make it very reminiscent of the Queen's crown as well.
I'm really enjoying trying to square that circle because I believe the Queen of Keonan has like a very like woodsy crown, and Illustrana as sort of in Harrowheart has sort of just like a simple metal diadem.
Yeah.
But you know,
it's fine.
Reminiscent.
Reminiscent. Like, there's a certain way it's shaped, the images across the crown itself. It does remind you of home. And as you kind of hold it, it begins to become even heavier and larger. This immense burden, as if the fate of Conan is also on your shoulders. Not just Harrowheart and whatever this artifact or whatever the Norns have planned. And you're able to face it. But after the 8 hours is finished, you find yourself led back to the edge.
Okay. Radical. Tried it. I'll get that plus 20 million next time I do it.
Look, Bretonius was close.
I think that would have been so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Bretonius gets it, you don't. Aww.
Can I intimidate the effect?
No.
Yeah, well, worth a shot.
It is a will saving throw. Not even basic.
It doesn't deal any damage.
Chat's saying that there are mutagens for it.
Are there?
That
yeah,
help
but
you
I'm
roll.
not sure they last 8 hours.
Full duration.
Yeah. Actually, you could buy like 1 billion of them to
Just
chain
chuck
them.
This is fine.
No, we'll just roll.
Just gonna roll it?
Oh, come on. A 10. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm good.
Did that count for this?
When you roll success on a will save. I forgot about that.
I mean, it doesn't specify basic. Just a will save.
That particular feature is for damaging effects only when you fail. If you just this is just do better.
I also get a critical success when I roll a success on a will save.
When you roll a success and a will save, you get a critical success instead. What did you get? You got a 42.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you both critically succeed then.
Let's go.
Now I have to choose between dexterity or intelligence.
See, our rogue feat actually came in handy.
That's not a feat.
Oh, it's just
That's
feature,
a
isn't
class
it? Yeah.
feature. Yeah.
Now, how do I add an extra boost?
I believe. Bottom left-hand corner when you go into the edit, I think you'll have to go input method manual.
Oh, I don't want to do manual entry. Manual entry's awful.
Because I don't think there's a way for me to do it from here.
Can you do it via an effect?
Potentially, yes. It would just take a little while to program in.
Wonderful.
So make your decisions.
I'm gonna take it to dexterity.
Yeah.
You're gonna take the partial. Oh wait, no, you're strength. You're a muscle rogue.
Yeah. Well, it is partial to dex, but because I'm built for
dex
strength
take
and
eight.
dex. But it means that I won't have to put a boost in Constitution. I'm very excited.
Oh my god.
Really?
Keeping the -1
Really?
Constitution.
So, Bow. Are you muted again?
I'm not.
No? Okay, you're good.
Okay.
While these two are wandering around in the Eclipse Desert, what are you doing?
Probably like chilling, having a good time.
Yeah,
I'll
as they're wrestling with their depression.
I'll see if the gremlin wants to talk again, because they kind of didn't last time, and that made me sad.
Oh, you want to try the gremlin again?
Yeah.
Which one was that? That was the peacock, wasn't it?
Yeah. Last time they left, and I left a note and like a bottle of whiskey saying that they were awesome and I loved them.
Aw. Well, you got a success. All right. I need you to do a thievery check.
Okay.
You will have a +4 bonus to this check. Do you have anything to boost that at all?
No, man, I'm not trained in thievery.
Because you've almost got a success there.
Dang. Ooh, Whisper wanted to come with me.
Do you have a hero point left, or have you used it? I think you used it.
I've used it. Yeah.
Whisper going to give it a shot?
They have so many things. I'm not pressing any of them. Fantastic.
Did you add the +4?
Town now.
You did not add the +4. Whisper will also get the +4 because the two of you visited this together.
Hell yeah.
The two of you make your way across the swamp towards the Gremlin Queen. Peacock off to one side, it's kind of throne thing, just kind of sitting there.
Don't,
And-
we already have a queen here. Shit.
Queens everywhere.
We made some promises we can no longer keep.
Well, now you're going to have to deal with a war against both the Gremlin Kingdom and the Ant Kingdom.
This is gonna rule.
The two of you kind of pluck your way across the swamp, disabling the various traps and things that it has placed. At one point, a object comes swinging down from an upper bough of a tree. And this is when you notice that it's the empty whiskey bottle that you left here, Bow. It's empty.
Oh, yeah.
They drank it.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. But the two of you are kind of able to dodge out of the way. And it takes like a good hour or so to kind of pluck all the way through it as the traps get weirder and weirder. It's almost Home Alone-esque.
Ridiculously easy to avoid if you're not an idiot. Good.
However, after all of that time, you do manage to sneak up on the Gremlin Queen, asleep upon her throne, snoozing, the smell of whiskey upon her breath.
Aw, drunk baby. I'm gonna nudge her.
Go nudge her.
Yeah.
She kind of leaps up. You made it through my kingdom. What is this?
Wait, hi. We're
nominally the leaders of Harrowheart. We're here to extend you a kindly invitation in joining our civilization.
Oh, what?
I run a bar.
You were a bar? You're the one who
Yeah.
left the whiskey.
Yeah. I like what you've done with the place here. And I like your bird.
Why, thank you. Got him from a breeder.
I don't think that's true, but okay.
No, it's true.
Are you not a card?
I mean, I'm kind of a card.
Matt?
Yeah.
Matt, they're not even the card, are they? It's the peacock that's the card. Is this just some gremlin?
The peacock kind of regards you with one eye as its tail kind of extends out a little bit, and there's a bit of a flutter. Well,
No, but for real, are you just some gremlin that's turned up?
what do you mean? I came here with my bird.
Yeah, but the bird's the peacock.
Yeah,
Like
and?
a card, the peacock.
What's a card?
There's no I don't know.
What do you mean? Like a playing card? You want to play poker?
No. Wait, I'm really confused right now. So I'm gonna just turn to the peacock. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
It just kind of looks at you. There's definitely some intelligence there. You're not sure if it's capable of speech, though. Ain't he magnificent?
Dodds?
Dodds appears. The gremlin
Help.
kind of leaps up into the air, startled, and starts hiding behind the throne.
Dodds, help. I
Yes.
don't know if these guys are
Yes, pal.
legit or not.
What do you mean, legit?
Is this the peacock? Is this the card?
Are you
Or are
pointing to
these
the
just
peacock?
Yeah, or are these just some guys who have turned up?
Oh no, that is the peacock.
Okay, so who's that? And I'm now pointing at the gremlin.
That appears to be a gremlin.
Are they a real gremlin or a card gremlin?
I believe they're a real gremlin.
Thank you, Dodds.
Like I said, I got my peacock and I rode here.
A fae sent to spy on us by the Norns.
I don't. So, where are you from?
What do you mean, where am I from?
Well, you said you came here.
Yeah.
Where did you come here from?
Well, I was having a fun time in my swamp. Having a couple of arguments with, other people around the place. You know how it is. Neighbors.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
Right?
Can't live with him. Can't live with him.
And then this guy shows up. Pretty armor. Riding a peacock. And I was like, I didn't know you could do that. And this other peacock kind of comes riding up from behind him. And she gestures to the throne. And kind of just gave me the throne. And
Matt, I'm gripping my staff so hard I'm almost shattering it. Go ahead.
And I kind of just got onto the peacock and I came here. Now I've got no neighbors except for you. That's why I put all the traps in.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep the neighbors away.
So you don't know anything about Norns?
What's a Norn? If you want to do a perception check, you can.
But I don't know how much my heart's gonna be in it. That tracks.
Yeah.
I'm going to, for the moment, assume you're being legit with me.
Of course I'm being legit. Why I gotta lie to you? You got for all my traps.
Correct. We're gonna solve this the correct way.
Why do you mean the correct way?
Matt, is there, like, anything in the area that constitutes a flat, raised surface?
I mean, the area you're currently standing on does seem pretty flat.
No, like, something I can use in lieu of a table.
Yeah, there's a stump around.
Cool. I'm gonna clear off the stump. I'm gonna get 2 rocks, one on each side. I'm gonna call the gremlin over.
She'll trundle over.
I'm gonna put my bottle of drink in the middle of us and 2 cups. We're gonna have a drinking contest.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't need an excuse to drink.
If I win, you're gonna shoot straight with me. And if you win, I'm gonna make sure only one person ever comes out here, and that's someone to deliver you booze.
All right, I need a fortitude save from you. As you do this and get the drinking game all set up, the peacock in question kind of just gets up, walks on over, and then kind of just sits down again to watch the events unfold.
I'm not calling this cheating.
However,
I am going to be filled with the divine grace of Sun Wukong.
yeah.
Because I knew that would happen.
Well, you don't have a hero point to use.
I don't.
So you start to have drinks, one after the other. This little gremlin can really put them away. You're pretty sure it has hollow legs or something like that.
This is incredible.
Eventually, it pulls out a bottle of its own alcohol that it's been brewing itself.
Oh, hell yeah.
As you start hitting the swamp wine.
Everyone loves some swamp wine.
And as you're kind of swaying in your seat, the gremlin kind of just looks over and goes, "Are you okay? I think you're about to fall over."
I'm fine. We're keeping going.
After another drink or two, you do find yourself horizontal.
That has never stopped me before. I don't see why that would stop. I'm going to extend my staff, hollow out the middle, and use it as a straw.
Oh, wow, that's kind of impressive, actually.
This isn't the first rodeo.
As you start to kind of drift into unconsciousness, Bao, you do see a kind of a cloud start to appear before you. As the gremlin's shape kind of changes, as the smile gets a little bit bigger, and you see it kind of just sitting there on a cloud as it gives you a friendly wave and you black out.
And Whisper's just standing there like, huh.
Whisper's stealth is so off the rails. Invisible most of the time. But, Bao, as you awaken with Whisper watching over you, you have a choice between 2 items.
Huh?
The major obsidian goggles or the greater ring of maniacal devices.
I'll take the cool shades, please.
The cool shades? All right.
Yeah.
Boop. Yep, nope, they're in there.
Yep.
Can I send that to chat, please? There we go. But as you awaken with the goggles kind of resting on your chest, you do kind of hear Sung Wukong's laughter in the distance. And you absolutely get the impression that you have just been pranked once more by Sung Wukong.
I'm gonna like stretch out and just be like, now I don't owe anyone booze.
All right. So, where next?
I'm going to swap the Coronet of Stars for the Bangle of Crowns.
Just all the items. I see how it is.
Unless we've already got the Bangle of Crowns. I don't think we did, though.
No. Ah, there it is. Sorry, just having to change things because it's not a basic, it is a class feat. There you go. All right, Illustrani, you got your capstone.
Yay! Yippee!
You have a couple of cards left to grab from the ones shown on the map.
We do. Can you
Cricket.
tick off? We should get the full. We should end this on Persona.
Wonder. Fool.
Okay.
Got the eclipse. The betrayal. Okay.
You know, Betrayal at the House on the Hill.
Such a good game.
We don't have time for that game.
Such a good game, though.
Where is the fool before we make any foolish decisions?
Haha. Apparently in Casmeron, at the edge of a desert.
Where is Casmeron? Is that Asia?
We've been there before, right?
No. Yes?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's where there was like an army and we stole some of them.
And they went back.
Oh, the birds?
No.
That's Avestan.
No.
Not Avestan. Arcadia. Fuck, too many A names.
Is Casmeron the big steps?
No.
No, that's Varizia.
Did we get there? I don't remember what we got there.
All right, well,
Keep? Something like that.
rock the Casmeron.
Rock the Casmeron. Now, keep in mind, you probably won't get through all of this.
I don't know. If we just push things through gates, we'll be fine.
You're assuming it's
Yeah.
going to be a combat.
I'm hoping it's not. Actually, yeah, if we are unleashed talking, will take more time than fighting.
As usual.
Delete that. Delete that.
Yeah. It's like the steppe.
Of Mongolia.
Well, it's sort of like the Middle East, and it's like the fantasy Middle East. Ibliados is there.
Ah, that's right.
Is in
We land on a
Casmeron.
cactus. Wonder what is going on here?
What do you mean? Did you want better looks at all these guys?
I don't know. I want definitely the cricket.
Definitely Cricket. I've only got a bust for him. I'm sorry.
It's cool. He looks like he's wearing a little suit.
He is in fact wearing a dapper little suit.
I love him.
The four of these individuals.
Edgy boy.
There is an edgy boy. Oh, he's got the full.
That's an
Edgy boy.
Just racism at its finest.
Okay.
But he gets a full thing, but the cricket doesn't.
That's a holy symbol of somebody? Is that the holy symbol of Norgabur?
That is the holy symbol for no burgers.
Okay. You would think for like Norgabur is like the secret guy. You would think that like you wouldn't have that on the outside of your cloak.
I mean, how else are other people going to identify her?
Well, it's supposed to be a secret, isn't it?
It's supposed to be. However, they do like to like destroy cities and stuff, so I don't know.
There are a lot of bird skulls on that horse, man.
Yeah, he's a bird hunter.
Specifically,
he
hunts
and
birds.
Butonius are gonna fight.
So, there's supposed to be a limo here or something, or I was told there'd at least be a guy with a massive nose.
The four of them are kind of sitting around having a drink together. And I do mean the four of them, including the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor? Oh, this guy.
Guess.
Sorry.
Actually, they're not
I mistook him for just a
Inquisitors
bozo.
anymore.
NPC bullshit, Juliet.
They're called not Vindicators.
I believe there's a subclass that's still Inquisitor. But, however, they're just kind of all sitting around in this kind of indent in the desert, having a pleasant drink together.
Why is this man huge?
To explain specifically for the gnome with the whip, he also has two giant geckos with him. And
Well, that explains it.
and there's a sled attached to it. So they're kind of treated all as one.
Okay.
But they call you all over. Afternoon, says the cricket.
Sorry. Actually, they are called Vindicators now. Yeah. So they're not called Inquisitors anymore.
The cricket.
Evil. Sometimes religions occasionally refer to them as Vindicators, which is really funny because they say capital E evil even in the post alignment book, which I think is silly.
So is this going to be a 4-for-1 deal, or do we only get the one of you?
Well, you won't get all of us. But I'm glad you're here, says the cricket.
Must we choose a Pokeball?
What are we here for?
Well, we were about to go on a journey of destiny.
Well,
Like that? Go ahead.
So we've been around here for a little while, and we've been talking to some of the locals, and apparently if we can make it to the other side of the desert, we'll all achieve alignment. I don't know what alignment is, but it sounds really cool.
I've heard that it is in fact on the other side. That's notoriously that's how one gains enlightenment.
I did that last week.
Although some say that the other side is a metaphor, not to be interpreted literally.
I have a counter proposal, if you would be willing.
Potentially.
Although for some it might be the other side of a road.
If instead of crossing a desert to get something that you're not entirely sure of, what if we offered you to come with us and get something you are entirely sure of, $5?
Oh no, we've already got plenty of money. We found out about this thing called gambling. So much fun. Apparently, we're just really good at cards.
That would make sense.
Push Korgon.
Oh no. She starts foaming at the mouth.
So, like I said, we're about to go on a journey through the desert. Apparently, we're supposed to kind of share these drinks together. Supposed to bring us all together.
Matt, can
You
I
should
take a
come with
look at
us.
these drinks?
No.
You absolutely can.
Can I use nature to identify if there are any poisons in there?
Well, I can help you with that.
Illustrana is gonna dip her finger in and then lick it, and she automatically detects if there's any poisons in there because she has super taster.
Oh god, you finally get to use it.
Oh, every single time I like to bring it up.
I'm surprised you didn't lick the orb.
I would have licked. I should have licked the orb. Then I would have gotten a bonus.
Yeah, just a fun little bonus.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like it's been snatched out of my hand.
Oh no, they're giving a drink to each of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Illustrana.
Yes. Yes.
Do we know what happens to a cardigan if they die in the real world?
Die in real. Can they die in the game?
Wait.
Algon sort of died in the other Harrowed realm, and
He was fine.
he was fine.
Okay, so if you guys cross the desert, we'll just meet you on the other side.
No, you
and
gotta come
pick
with
you up
us.
there. No, we don't.
You absolutely do. Come on.
I'm actually fairly enlightened already, I feel. I'm enlightened by my religious beliefs.
But you're the rulers of Harrowheart.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
Bao isn't going along with drinking.
Oh, no, this entire time she's been drinking, don't get me wrong.
But being offered
that's-
to do something whilst drinking.
No, they're drinking here and then they're going for a walk, which, yes, would be something bows into, not across a desert for enlightenment.
Why
Oh,
the hell
no.
is this Bangle of Crowns?
Oh no,
Bolt
look.
two?
So the idea is that we kind of cross the desert, and as we cross the desert, we go through all these trials, and every time we do a trial, we also take a drink.
But I can just take a drink now.
Yeah, no, pre-drinks, yeah?
Matt,
Yeah?
Okay, so there's this thing called religion.
Oh.
And many people say it's much better for enlightenment. And we happen to have in Harrowheart a temple. So perhaps you could find enlightenment there.
Matt, I'm finishing the drinks.
You're just gonna drink them all? They're kind of like, no!
No, I'm dead-eyeing him while I'm doing it.
As you're doing this, Illustrata, I'll let you know with your super taster. This isn't actually alcohol. It is a poison.
Okay.
It's a hallucinogenic cactus juice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I hear it's the quenchiest. It'll quench you.
Bao, I actually
I
need
just
to check in.
bow downing it, and I just go, well.
I will partake.
You don't have to. The book
Too
specific.
bad.
Okay.
Illustrana does not
Destiny.
drink. She does like the little thing where like you pretend to drink and you just pour it all out behind you.
Would you like a fortitude save, Matt?
I would like a fortitude save.
Does this
Bao, you
count as a
succeed.
poison?
It does count as a poison. It specifically calls it out.
It's the quenchiest.
You gain 10 temporary hit points.
Oh, that's fucking nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's mostly there's other. If you're experiencing some bad effects, the critical is actually good for you. It lessens those bad effects. Illustrata, you're just kind of not partaking of the drink.
I do like the thing where like you pretend that you're drinking it, and I just throw it over my shoulder.
Well, as you take the drink, they start to wander off into the desert.
Oh,
Bao, what are you doing?
just stopping them from doing that exact thing.
But we gotta take the test of destiny.
You don't. That's the thing. You don't.
But you've drunk of it.
Just, yeah. And listen. I'm letting you in on a secret here because there's no such thing as destiny. It's something that the Norns made up. We're in charge of our own future. Shut up. We're in charge of our own futures. And nothing gets to guide us like that except for the decisions we choose. There's no grand plan. There's no creatures controlling us from the shadows. It's us. We're alone. That's it.
I lean into Bao real close.
Destiny's that other succubus that Illustron is after.
Just gonna put my palm against Korgar's face and just push.
And push yourself away.
Either way.
Because Korgar just doesn't move. He's a slab.
He's a slab lad. What?
He's
Bao,
pretty stony.
I need you to make a diplomacy check for me, please.
You got it, bud.
Illustrana is gonna
Yeah?
after Val finishes goes, well actually Fate used to exist until Eridan died and then it stopped working.
Can I aid with
So-
Harrowheart lore?
Aid Illustrana?
Aid Bao.
Yeah, you can aid if you like.
I'm aiding Bao with religion by providing this
Yeah.
religious explanation for why in fact Destiny doesn't work anymore. That would be a +4 from my
Yeah.
legendary. 8
As the
so
three of you,
48.
as the three of you are kind of talking to them, and your speech kind of starts to finish up, they all kind of start to lower their drinks a little bit more and more. As, you know, they kind of just put them down. And even the Inquisitor's like, well, I'm kind of bummed out now. Wow, okay.
No, listen. No.
If you
Just
want
like
a
that
party, there's a really nice bar in Harrowheart that's a really good party place, I hear.
Got a dance hall now and
Sort
everything.
of- I just sort of like nod at that.
But listen, this is
There's
the
no
best.
destiny.
Yeah, there's no destiny, so you get to choose your own course. If you want to be bummed, be bummed. If you want to live life to its fullest because nothing is holding you back, that's what you do. It's choosing every day.
But we're cards.
Then you have a lot of days to choose.
Aww.
Man, that's some diplomacy if I've ever heard it.
Oh, that's... They don't pick their drinks up, but you can see the Teamster kind of smiling a little bit.
I'm gonna look at the Inquisitor and the Teamster and just be like, not you guys. Sorry. The other gang have you. I'm sure they're doing fine, but I guess we can't take you guys. But the other two, party time. I ruined everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bao should be
What?
ashamed of herself.
What?
Isn't that against the tenets of Sun Wukong being a buzzkill?
Not really, no. Like, we'd love to. And I know the guy who probably has your cards, and he's quite a stand-up guy.
Wait, someone else owns us?
Yeah, actually, now you've brought up an excellent point. He also has some very similar views to Fate and Destiny, so you'll get along fine with him too. Don't worry.
The Inquisitor kind of looks to you and goes, I'm so confused.
Well,
Like, Sonoray said we'd be fine here.
Who did?
So actually, and I pull out the deck of Harrowed Tales. Sonoray's in here currently. Again, she hasn't reformed. I was under the impression that she'd reform in about a week. It's been a little bit longer than that, and I still don't know why she hasn't reformed. But she's in here. She sort of...
The Inquisitor kind of pulls himself up a little bit. I can actually answer that for you.
Oh.
Well, it's not just herself that has to be restored.
What?
Well, her entire realm has to be restored as well. She's tied to it.
That makes sense, yeah.
So it will take longer.
Miserable.
But, you know, so long as it's happening, that's a positive foot forward.
It's why we're here. Because,
there are some
things are getting repaired.
Oh, in that case, that's fine then. You guys are free to hang out at Harrowheart. We had Algon there for a bit before he became official.
You can become official?
I think that's what happened.
Yeah, we sort of brought all of his soul that he had left behind in the Harrowed realm back, and we fixed him because he was broken. Now he's Algon the not broken anymore.
He got better.
We were going to call him Algon the Fixed, but that has other connotations that I'm personally against.
Well, the four of them kind of nod. And as they do, they seem to kind of just disappear one after the other.
Where's the fool?
I think that big one's the fool.
No, the big one was the Teamster. Teamster,
What?
Wanderer, Inquisitor, and the Cricket.
Oh. Yeah, where's the fool?
The fool was us all along.
What? You thought it would be this easy? Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we just convinced four of them that it was, so yeah.
Well, there's the Cricket for you.
Where?
I just need to check my notes quickly.
We bring him back and everyone gets a conscience.
Because there are so many cards. And you also get the Wanderer.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow, sweet. 2-for-1 deal.
But we don't get the fool.
That's a good joke. That the fool
Apparently
really
the
played
map
on.
is a liar.
We did steal it.
You did trick someone out of it. And things do move and change. And as you return to Harrowheart itself,
Matt will drop things on the map.
I'm going to go for their epitomizers next week, honestly.
All right.
Oh, I meant like a box with the cards in them.
I gave them to Bao because I had their character sheet open.
Oh, that doesn't show up for us. We didn't see it.
However, with a few more of the cards in your possession and a couple more left to find, our heroes continue their journey. What do you got left? Okay, you have the Avalanche and the Kingdom of Sky left.
And the
fall.
winged serpent.
Well, the Kingdom of Sky will be the winged serpent at the very least.
And the betrayal.
There's a couple. You're not going to get all of them for this entire chapter. You got 3 chapters left.
You asked which ones we didn't have, and that's the ones we didn't have.
Oh, I was checking my book notes.
Oh. Well
But
then.
you do have the Avalanche and the Kingdom of Sky left. So, with those 2 events for our players to go to, I'm actually really excited for the Kingdom of Sky because it's kind of built for Illustrana.
Yeah.
It's a flying race.
Oh, so excited.
It's built for Illustrana, huh?
Yeah. Like, I didn't build it for Illustrana. It's just...
Korgar's gonna be like, I actually have 125 ice.
I think it's only 110. I mean, actually, it's only 110.
Well, with a
No, it
couple
is
of more
120,
cards left
never
to
mind.
grab, and the threat of the Norns ever present, whether our heroes manage to collect the entire deck before the events of the entire story unfold or not is still something of a mystery. But if you want to know what happens, you will have to join us next week at 5:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time as we continue Stolen Fate for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, presented by Tabletop Obscura, powered by Foundry VTT. The module, of course, is by Metamorphic Entertainment with music by Michael Gelfi. Be sure to check out the socials and everything else like that. I'm trying to be more active over there. Particularly the Patreon, as we are putting more and more content on there. Recently we released the Disc Rider archetype that allows you to kind of ride around on a magical disc of force from level 2 with the dedication itself as a cantrip, not a ranked spell. Allows you to do all sorts of other cool stuff. I also have a book on the way. It's currently in edits. Once it's done, well, I'll make announcements and things like that. Otherwise, does anyone have anything else to say?
Be safe. And if you're getting married, do it either in the eyes of the law or the eyes of God. Pick one. Don't do it in both. Both of them don't need to know you're married.
Just choose. Make your choice. Decision. You know what? I can't best that. Hope everyone has a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world. We're going to be raiding into the Dwarf Down Under. He's currently going through his, 30 plus hours of a streamathon.
Streamathon, and not the natural 30s.
Well, that would be tomorrow, but did that work? That worked? Yeah.
They're on tonight.
They're on tonight?
They're on tonight.
Get married in the eyes of gathering of developers. Now we'll raid Dwarf. Like I said, he's doing his streamathon, so we're gonna send him some love and some raiding. But remember, as always, we're the storytellers. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.